guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about 5 things that you should get when you first move to Seattle to set yourself up for success. I recently relocated to Seattle, Washington, and I want to give you some insight into what's helped me settle in and get on the right track. And since I'm a proud Canadian, I even got a Canadian flag here from 2010 Olympics. I'll be drawing from my experiences in Vancouver, BC, and comparing it to the US system. I'll be discussing a few different topics, all of which will be timestamped in the description below, so feel free to hop around to whichever section is relevant to you. But as always, I'll appreciate it if you stay for the whole video. Please like and subscribe if you like these types of videos and want to follow along on my journey. So first up, let's dive into the Social Security number, otherwise known as SSN. It is the single most important digits that will be attached to your name, as it's used for establishing your identity in the US and for doing stuff like work and own a business here. It is a unique 9-digit identification number for tracking earnings and benefits, essentially your financial information. Your bank would ask for this if you need to open an account. Your employer will ask for it before your first day. And when the US government was giving out stimulus checks during the pandemic, they needed to know your SSN to determine your eligibility. Think of it like the SIN number in Canada. It is also a 9-digit number, but issued by the Canadian government. They are the equivalents of each other, the SSN and the SIN. And how I got my SSN was I needed to physically travel to and apply at the Social Security office. I needed to bring documentation, including my Canadian passport, to prove my identity and my status in the country. Depending how you enter the US, you might need to bring different files and forms. And I didn't get my SSN right away at the office. It was only mailed to me 2 weeks later. Okay, next, let's talk about a phone plan. You would probably want a phone plan that is suitable for your needs, either for calling your colleagues, your business partners, or just communicating with your loved ones back home. So here in the US, the major carriers are AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Compared to Canada, there are a lot more options. And because of the fierce competition between different mobile carriers here, there are usually greater deals and promotions. For instance, when I was with Fido in Canada, I was paying $30 plus tax per month for only unlimited minutes and texts, but this is without any data. Here in the US, I signed up for a prepaid plan with Mint Mobile. They're charging me $15 plus tax per month for unlimited talk and text, and also 4 gigabytes of data, which is of a great value considering this wider range of services offered. But the downside is, because carriers in the US, they are unable to port numbers from Canada. There's the inconvenience of having to switch to a new phone number. But I believe the cost savings of a more affordable phone plan still outweighs the hassle that I had to go through to get a new phone number. The third thing is a Washington state driver's license. So it's okay to be using your Canadian license for some time. But according to the law, after 30 days of moving to the Washington state, you are required to get the Washington's license. But this aside, on top of the government telling you that you need to get it, there's another perk to getting a driver's license. It is a more convenient form of identification for traveling purposes to other states within the country. Instead of a passport, you just need to bring a driver's license to get on the plane. Obtaining it was a fairly easy and straightforward process. For me, I booked an appointment ahead of time and brought all my documents, including my SSN, to the Department of Motor Vehicles or the DMV office. I was asked to provide my personal information like my height, my eye color, my weight, and also have my photo taken. The last step was them punching a hole to my BC's driver's license, which is to signify the revocation of it. And the total fee for this license was $80. I didn't get it right away at the office, but within a little over 2 weeks, the physical license was then delivered to my home. So the next thing that I want to talk about is opening a bank account and getting a credit card. Why open a bank account? Simple answer is you can easily deposit and withdraw your funds, as well as make payments using a debit card or do any types of transactions through online banking. For myself, after careful consideration and research, I selected SoFi Bank as my financial institution. Reason being, they offer a 3.75% interest rate on my savings account and does not charge any annual fees. And why get a credit card? It's because they serve as a valuable tool in building and establishing a solid credit history. It can help open doors to bigger credit limits and lending opportunities in the future. Let's say if I want to get a place or if I want to get a car later on in the US. But unfortunately, my Canadian credit history did not automatically transfer to the US credit bureaus, meaning I needed to establish a credit history from ground zero. So what I did was, because of my lack of credit history, I registered my credit card as a secondary account holder under my partner's name. And hopefully by opening a credit account and by making payments on time, my credit activities in the US will then help build out my credit score. Lastly, the fifth thing that you need to get started in the US is the peer-to-peer payment app called Venmo. This is used for transferring money between friends and family for personal expenses, such as splitting the cost of a meal or for paying back a loan. And how you get it is by downloading it from either the App Store or the Google Play Store. And once it's downloaded, you can create an account by providing basic information and linking a valid bank account or debit card. It has a special feature, which is the social aspect. It allows users to make their transactions public and also see a feed of their friends' transactions. But this whole Venmo concept was also fascinating to me because in Canada, there's actually no third-party app that we use to transfer money between friends and family. In Canada, we use something called the Interac e-transfer through a bank's online banking platform to send and receive money. You just need to know the recipient's email address or phone number associated with a Canadian bank account to deposit funds into their account. So compared to Venmo, Interac e-transfer seemed like a much better and convenient alternative. But I'm slowly adapting to Venmoing my friends their share of the money when I needed to pay them back. In conclusion, these 5 things are essential to get you started and fully settle in Seattle. Obtaining a social security number, choosing a suitable phone plan, obtaining a Washington state driver's license, opening a bank account, and signing up for Venmo. I hope this information was helpful to you, and I'm confident that by taking these steps, you'll be able to smoothly transition into life in Seattle. As you embark on this new journey, remember that it may take some time to fully adjust, but don't hesitate to reach out for help or guidance if needed. If there are topics that you would like me to touch upon as you relocate from Canada to Seattle, leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to catching up with you in the next video. Bye!